Fredrika from Green-Mom, and today I have a guest with me. This is Michaela.
Hi.
And she has a cute little thing with her too, a little girl. Maybe she will come in the picture. But anyway, I've been here to talk about essential oils. About a year ago, I didn't know very much about essential oils. I mean, I knew to use the lavender for massage and stuff like that for calming. But beyond that, I didn't know very much. And then my boys got this really nasty cough that wouldn't go away. And I was a teacher assistant for another Michaela. And she also knows about the essential oils and sent me home with RC oil from Young Living. And she said, put that on your boys, dilute it and put it on their chest, and that will actually help with their cough. And it actually worked. And it piqued my interest. I actually went to a class with that Michaela and this Michaela, and they taught me a lot of other things about essential oils. Today, I use it for everything. I mean, everything for kids' health, for the pets, even for my chickens, for household cleaning. So anyway, we're here to talk about a little bit of the oils and just give a little introduction. And this is Mimi.
Hi, this is our oily baby.
The cute. So first of all, essential oils are safe to use on kids, right?
Yes, there are a few that kids should definitely stay away from. There's tons of information you can find on which those are. Young Living actually has a child-proof cap on the oils that kids should not be close to. Anything that has wintergreen is a very hot oil. It's not the best idea for kids to play around with. But they do have a kids scent line that is good for their tummies, for concentration, for any kind of sniffles, for better sleep, and owie, which I have a 6-year-old. This gets used every single day. Scrapes, burns, cuts. She is an adventurer, and so we use that a lot.
And these don't have to be diluted, right?
They don't have to be
Compared
diluted.
to the other ones.
Exactly. So you can either use the regular essential oils from Young Living, and you can dilute it with any kind of carrier oil. So that can be an olive oil or a coconut oil, jojoba, anything that you prefer yourself. Or you can get this Kids Sense line, which is pre-diluted. So that's why it's nice to get those ones, because you don't have to think about how much do I dilute, how much olive oil do I need. So that's why that one's nice, but you can totally use any of the other oils and just dilute it.
Yeah, and I use pretty much all the oils on my kids, but you know, I dilute them honestly. And the kids thing, I've been using the Sniffles. That's been my savior, because we have a lot of sun roses. It is the only thing that actually works. You massage it in on the faces and actually even on the chest. And the Sleepies, I swear to God, it's the only thing sometimes I get my kids to go to sleep. I put it like a little bit after the bath. It's amazing. So.
And if all you have is lavender is incredible for sniffles. You can just put it at the top of the bridge of their nose. This is also really, really great if you have a mosquito bite, if you have any kind of itchiness, any burns, anything. Lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. If you only want to try one oil, that is the one to try. But I actually got started using essential oils 4 years ago. We lived in Singapore. My other daughter at the time was 18 months old, and they were burning rainforest over in Indonesia to plant palm oil. So
of course,
that's a whole new story. There's a whole separate story about palm oil. But the fires just got out of control, and everything was coming into Singapore. And they have a way of measuring the air quality called PSI. And the PSI should be between 0 and 50 for it to be healthy air quality. And if it's between 50 and 100, you shouldn't do anything strenuous outside. Well, this day, when I was about to step outside with my daughter, the PSI was 421.
Whoa.
And I was terrified because her lungs were developing. People were actually leaving Singapore, going to other countries because they were so worried for their health. And so I was talking to my friend, because even inside it felt like someone had a cigarette and they were blowing the smoke straight into my eyes. It was stinging, it was just awful. And a friend of mine told me about Young Living's essential oils, and she was telling me about this thing called a diffuser, which is basically like a humidifier, and you put essential oils inside it and it blows out water into the air. It's tiny, it's like a mist, and then the essential oil is inside it. And so I used an oil called Purification that came in this starter pack that I got that had 11 oils. And I put Purification humidifier in the bedroom, and it was not even minutes, it was seconds, and I could breathe in that room. It was incredible, and since that day I've been hooked. The starter kit that I had came with 11 oils, so I used oils for tummy problems, for, like you said, for chest issues, for my skin, for the kids, for sleeping. I literally use them all day, every day. So I thought today I could just show you some of the ways that I use it on my kids every day.
Oh, show the lice thing.
Obviously, we use them as toys.
That's like the main one.
But lice spray, I have gotten 4 times already this year from kindergarten a letter to say we have lice in the classroom. And so I spray my 6-year-old with this lice away spray that I make. It has tea tree oil in it. It's got rosemary oil and peppermint. So the lice stay away from her hair. We have not had any lice. And I think almost everyone in her class has. So we're super excited about that. We also make this immunity booster, if I may, Phoebe. I'm sorry, use it. Which is a really fun toy to put in water. All you do is you use the oil purification that I was talking about. You put 10 drops of that with 10 drops of Thieves, which is our antibacterial oil, which if I had to live with just one oil and nothing else, Thieves is the one, because it is the most incredible oil for killing any kind of germs. So I put 10 drops of Thieves in there and then 5 drops of lemon. And then I fill it up with a carrier oil so that it's heavily diluted, because I'll be using it on my kids. And then I roll my daughter's feet every morning before she goes to school. So it goes into her bloodstream and she stays healthy. We have not had the flu. We have not had the stomach flu. We have not had all that stuff that's been going on at school. So we're staying super healthy.
Yeah, we actually did have the flu this year. Not me, but the boys had it. And we had really high fevers, 106 temperatures. And I can tell you that peppermint oil on the feet actually brought the whole temperature down. So it really does work. And Thieves oil. And actually after the flu, I used this household cleaner, which is just purely water and Thieves oil, and sprayed and cleaned everything, and actually disinfect everything. So it's a miracle. I mean, just a few, 10 drops of oil in this big thing with water. So it lasts for a really long time.
Really long time.
Yeah.
So it really saves you a lot of money, and if you live in the US, it saves you a lot of money not having to go to the doctor.
Exactly.
Left and right. So yes, there's the kids line, but you really don't have to have the kids line. You can use the oils that come in the starter pack for almost everything. You just have to dilute it when it comes to kids. And there's so many fun things that you can do with the oils. For example, Play-Doh, which we're going to make today. So the reason I use essential oils in homemade Play-Doh is, number one, most of the Play-Doh that you buy on the market is filled with nasty chemicals that you don't want your kids touching and putting in their mouth. So we like to make our own. Plus, my daughter loves baking, so any excuse to bake is a good excuse. And then I also put essential oils in to help with whatever mood is in the house that day. So I find she's in kindergarten now, and it is such stimulation. So when she comes home, she's a little bit antsy and she has a hard time calming down. So this is a perfect way to help her calm down. You can use an oil that's calming, like for example, lavender is a calming oil, and the scent is just amazing. It is a very gentle oil, so it doesn't even have to be diluted. I dilute it anyways, just in case anyone has sensitive skin, but you don't have to. And then my absolute favorite oil in terms of scent is Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming, I smell it and I feel calm within 1 second. I don't even have to diffuse it or anything. I just smell it straight from the bottle and I'm like, There's so many nice soothing oils in here, but also uplifting citrus oils, so you don't feel sleepy. You just feel calm and relaxed and happy. So I tend to use lavender and Peace and Calming. So I make a purple Play-Doh and a green Play-Doh. And I think we're going to do a green one today, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
So I will let you actually do it. I can come around the other side so Phoebe doesn't fall off the table.
It is so super simple. All you do is take regular flour. We're going to put the exact measurements in the post, right?
Let me ask you, is it possible to make it gluten-free?
I have never tried it, but I'm sure you can use rice flour or coconut flour. I found it's maybe not coconut flour because it doesn't have the same consistency, but I can see rice flour. Yeah.
But we will put the
Let's
recipe.
try it next time.
Yeah, we will put the recipe in the little box below this video.
So that's a cup of flour, and then we have a third of a cup of salt that we put in. And then a tablespoon of an oil of your choice. We're using olive oil today. There we go. And then you just use a teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is completely up to you if you want to use it or not. If you're going to be using the Play-Doh today and just for a few days, it's totally fine not to use it. But if this is something that you're going to have stored away for a few months, or you're giving it away as a gift and you don't know when they're going to use it, it's good to have this because it helps to preserve it so it doesn't go all nasty. And I might just take this.
It doesn't mold.
It doesn't mold, basically. But some people, if they have sensitive skin, this could react and give some kind of rash. We use this all the time, and I use this with my friends' kids, and I've never seen it, but I've read that if you have very sensitive skin, then this can be, you can leave that out. And then, what have we put in here?
So that's water, but I also, because we want to make it a little colorful and green, I actually put in a little bit of barley grass juice powder in it.
Ooh.
So hopefully it could be right green and not something.
Ooh, that looks so nice. Maybe you're gonna help? Just stir it up. So then all you do is just mix this together. Then we're going to put it on the stove to warm it up and make it into a really, really nice, smooth mixture. And what's so nice about this is that the kids can do this themselves because there's nothing bad in here. It will take a little bit longer. And then you might be wondering why I'm not putting the essential oils in right now. That's because essential oils lose their therapeutic benefits if they get too hot. So you can put essential oils into anything cold. You can even freeze it because it doesn't freeze. If it has nothing else in it apart from pure essential oils, it shouldn't freeze. But it can't stand heat. So warm is okay, but not boiling hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat up this lovely mixture, and then afterwards we're going to put 10 drops of the essential oil in there, and that's it. That took us what? 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes. It's really, really fast.
Yes.
It's a perfect gift for kids to make for actually because my kids actually made slime, homemade slime with essential oils for a Valentine's Day gift for all their friends.
That's awesome.
It was really, really fun. So, and it smelled really good. I put in actually the lemon whatever. One of them, the lemon one. Oh, that's how it happens.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we will be right back. We're just gonna heat this up, and then we'll show you what it looks like.
Okay, so now.
Alrighty.
So now we have cooked. We all you do is heat it up, right? You don't want to cook it.
Don't want to cook it. Just heat it up. And then you add your essential oils after. We've already added 10 drops, but I'm just going to show you. All you do is just add a few more drops.
Oh, it gets a little green.
It gets green. That's why Peace and Calming, I always make it green. And then you just play with it. And it smells so delicious. And this one's nap time, so a little bit of Peace and Calming is just perfect right now. So I usually do like 10 drops. If you want it stronger, you can do up to 20 drops. It's completely optional.
And it should be able to stick. It should not be sticky.
We actually added a little bit more flour and we added more salt. So if it's not sticky enough, add more flour. And if it's not molding like a Play-Doh should, it's more like a dough, then add more salt. So salt makes it into like the Play-Doh shape. So right now, let's build a little snowman. Do you want to make a snowman?
But you mentioned also something really important. It's safe to eat.
It's safe to eat.
But not recommended that they eat a whole lot of it, but it is safe to eat.
But when you have a little one like this, it's inevitable that a little bit goes into your mouth, and it's so nice to know that it's okay. It's totally okay.
Well, I mean, I always say, like, you know what, that I don't like to have anything in the house for my kids that if they put it in the mouth that, you know, they wouldn't die from.
And that's bringing me back to the thieves cleaner we were talking about. I don't need to have a child lock where I keep my cleaning supplies, because I literally only have one cleaner, and it's the thieves cleaner, and I use it for everything. I don't use anything else in my toilet or on my windows or anything. I use the same cleaner in my whole house, which is pretty safe because it's essential oil based. I don't get a headache when I clean. I don't need to wear gloves when I clean, and I use it for the oven, I use it for the stove, I use it for everything. So
And also, actually, you have a pet, you have a dog, so
Yep.
save for her too, which
Yes.
is really important.
yes,
Because people forget about the pets.
yeah, for
And
sure.
they walk on those things all the time. So, well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
doing this. And thank you, baby.
Have fun playing. And
So can you
you
say
can also
bye-bye?
play with the bottles if you think that's more fun.
Bye-bye. If you like this video and it's been helpful, give us a thumbs up.